Welcome everyone to Amateur Hour and what I thought would be a good intro.
We're making apple pie.
Great job, buddy. I want to give a little warning with how this video is going to go. We picked out a recipe without vetting, we were cheap, and we were wanting to make something quick. Anything. The final pie is going to be the best disaster and a humiliation to my entire reputation as someone who can cook. If it wasn't for this mishap pie, I probably wouldn't be questioning myself. An absolute dumpster fire. Preheat your oven to 375 and get out of the shot. While that's going, it's time to deal with our apples. It's best to get them ready now instead of fiddle farting with them later where it could become an issue and something could burn. It's time to peel. Take 6 Granny Smiths and peel them completely of their skin with a peeler or paring knife, however you will, and get them ready to cut. Now that they are ready,
It's time to ship shop the apples.
And take a quick moment to listen to this chopping.
Okay.
Our new apple slices will be going into a bowl with lemon juice. You've heard it once, you've heard it a million times, where this helps not only with flavor, but also prevents the apples from browning while they await their bake.
Difference between induction and like gas. Well, gas, yeah, I can explain it now. Gas is you turn it on and then you have a little flame that comes up. And if you put your hand near it, then obviously it's fire, so it's hot even from up here. Induction, however, it won't be hot unless you go really close to it or you actually touch it, then it'll burn you. This induction burner is a bit stupid in a way in that it won't turn on. It'll start beeping until you put something on top of it. Oh my fucking god. Isn't I gonna take this? Take my fucking pan. No, it's not. This thing only... See?
It's the smell. It's not.
No, it's not. Okay, so this thing will only take certain things, right? And it has to be magnetic. There's a magnet in here that will heat it up. Almost just melted the bottom of my bowl. Whoa!
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. This pan is not magnetic, so I can't use it. Son of a bitch. Beep, 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 beep.
Going to stop it.
No. Maybe.
Next, we need to make our pie filling. Before we get to the apples, in a saucepan, we're adding half a cup of butter and a full cup of common sense when using foreign equipment.
I'm scared of this burning. 100% gonna burn.
This was the exact turning point in my mind where I knew this apple pie was going to be as good as a cow pie.
This is terrible. Why are you beeping? Why are you beeping?
Okay, now that things are back on track, melt half a cup of butter in a saucepan and add in 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, a quarter cup of water, a half cup of white sugar, and a half cup of packed brown sugar. Bring this all to a boil, then reduce temp to a simmer. There was no need for it. I think it would not have made a difference with this pie, but I did an absolute shite job par baking it. I took the pre-made pie crust and par baked it in a 375 oven for 15 minutes. I went a bit rogue from here on out because I was fed up, so I mixed the roux mixture in with the apples, which was a big mistake. What this did was create a lumpy, hard to work with mass. Going back and reading the recipe now, I was supposed to pour this over the top crust, but I let it simmer for too long where the water boiled off. It was so thick I thought I was supposed to put it in with the apples so it thickens and sweetens the juices they release while in the oven.
I don't know if that's right. Doesn't look right at all. Well, we're going through with it.
I poured the apple filling into the wrongfully par-baked crust and dumped, like sand, a mountain of steel cutouts on top. I was wandering around the grocery store looking for a way to top the pie crust without making one from scratch and thought an apple crumble route would be creative.
This looks like shit. This looks like straight up shit.
Raise the oven to 425 and bake the pie for 15 minutes. When time's up, reduce the oven's temp to 350 and let bake for another 30 to 45 minutes. And other than cleanup and waiting, that's pretty much it. The pie sucked. It sucked so bad. When we served it, it was a grabbing fest turned into a stabbing fest. For the 5 minutes of footage we have of us dismantling and criticizing the pie, there was no audio whatsoever. I wish we still had it because since it came out of the oven, I was talking about nothing but how bad it was. And Braden was agreeing with me in between large bites. The pie turned out dry, bitter, and an overall poor experience. I didn't follow the recipe like it should have been, but looking at some of the other reviews, other people were having problems. Only the opposite from what we were having. Saying it came out too watery, too bland, and even destroying appliances. I don't know how these reviewers got to these outcomes, but clearly this pie is a journey to get through.
The crust.
Looks really good.
The crust is great.
Or can we actually cut back to the us stabbing the shit out of this pie because it's a disgrace?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yo.
The apple on
Stop.
the crust is good.
Stop eating.
Good.
Getting so fat.
We literally mutilated this. There's no... That's it. The video's done.